Hi, this is the voice of Dr. Derek L. Campbell. I am the founder and chief executive officer of DLC Consulting Group. Today I'm going to talk about our revolutionary B.O.S.S leadership training program. Our program will save your business money by improving ineffective supervisor-employee workplace relationships. The program will reduce any diversity challenges that may exist between supervisors and employees in your business. The acronym B.O.S.S, B-O-S-S, stands for Bounded Organizational Systems Analysis Shared Vision Development that utilizes self-knowledge change process, which is designed to reduce the negative impact that ineffective supervisor-employee workplace relationships has on your business. Before we talk about how the B.O.S.S program works, I would like to talk to you about how businesses lose money as a result of ineffective supervisor-employee workplace relationships. The first area is voluntary terminations. Researchers report that the employer is a major reason why people decide to voluntarily leave their job. People are apt to say that I am tired of working for them, him, or her, which involves a manager or supervisor. Voluntary termination is costly because there are separation, vacancy, and replacement costs associated with this type of separation. Separation costs include costs for exit interviews, related administrative costs, separation or severance pay, and unemployment compensation. Replacement costs include the cost of attracting new applicants, entrance, interview costs, testing, sometimes traveling and moving expenses for some employees, pre-employment administrative costs, medical exams, and information and dissemination and acquisition. Vacancy termination costs include increased costs to bring in temporary employees to complete the job. Now that we know that it can become costly for the business when an employee voluntarily leaves the job, let's look at how the perception of harassment from a supervisor can impact the workplace. Of course, workplace bullying can occur between coworkers or between the supervisor and the employee. If an employee complains that the supervisor talks to them in a loud and intimidating tone of voice, the employee can perceive this as harassment. We know that this can happen when a supervisor is giving an employee a directive or responding to employee questions. Workplace harassment has hidden and legal costs that can affect the culture of the business. A recent report indicated that workplace harassment costs Australian employers anywhere from $6 to $36 billion each year. Workplace harassment has an impact on the culture of the business by decreasing productivity, increasing staff absenteeism, increasing staff turnover rates, and therefore producing poor morale in the business. Finally, there are legal costs, workers' compensation, and a loss in management time that is needed to address workplace bullying. As you have heard, workplace harassment between a supervisor and employee can be costly. Ineffective supervisor-employee workplace relationships can also create a hostile work environment. If the boss is perceived as a bad boss, this can create a hostile workplace relationship for co-workers, employees, and independent contractors. In some cases, the boss may not realize that he or she is a bad boss. They may say, "This is what makes a good boss, so there is no need for me to change my way of doing things." Some say that supervisors who are considered bad bosses will ignore employees until there is a problem and then react to the employee by pouncing on them. They may speak loudly and rudely to employees, fail to provide employees with rewards or recognition for desired employee performance. They may also continually discuss negative events with employees as well as search only for fault in the employees. The supervisor may believe that this is what makes the employees more productive. Ineffective supervisor-employee workplace relationships have an impact on workplace violence. One of the major reasons for workplace violence is employer-directed. The Society for Human Resource Management, better known as SHRM, revealed that 67% of the incidents of workplace violence were employee to employee and, more importantly, employee to supervisor. Workplace violence also has a correlation to unfair treatment, hostile bias, and workplace diversity. Unfair treatment or the perception thereof is the top reason for workplace violence, which includes homicides. Workplace violence is also caused if an employee believes that the supervisor and employees hate them. Workplace diversity is also a cause for workplace violence. Supervisors have a great impact on whether the employee feels that they are treated unfairly. If they feel hostility from the supervisor, the employee may feel that it is because they are culturally different from their supervisor. Many supervisor-employee workplace relationships result in conflict. At the heart of the matter are differences in verbal and nonverbal behavior expectations, differences in individual beliefs and perceptions, inadequate coaching and feedback, employees believing that they are devalued, which results in the loss of trust between supervisors and employees.